Okay. Welcome everybody. Joe, you can take over.
Thank you so much, Abraham Madid. To our viewers, wherever you are tuning in now, welcome to Lagos State Media Beyond Boundaries. And in the studio with us this night in Africa, and also this morning in the part of Australia, and evening hours in the United States of America or in the North America, we have General Laku with us, and General Laku is Thomas. As you have heard, you have actually seen the news, the breaking news on our timeline before, that they were actually under the NAS, National Salvation Front, and as the NAS, the National Salvation Front Command Council, they dismissed the chairpersons of National Salvation Front, and they issued the statement, which was actually issued yesterday, the 5th of February 2024 rather. And on the same note, they have also issued another statement where most of them, around 12 generals and colonels, signed in regard to justify the reason why they dismissed the chairperson, Thomas Cirillo, for the NAS. Up to this juncture, permit me to welcome General Laku Thomas to give us his opening remark before we move into the conversation. And the conversation will not take long. If you are watching us, please share this live show. We will try to minimize our time because it's late in Africa, it's morning hours actually, and we really need to manage their time and those who are still waiting for us to watch and listen to them. General Luku, you're highly welcome to give us your opening remark. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. The journalists in the studio. Yeah, we are NAS Revolutionary Command Council who have taken the decision to dismiss the chairman of the movement, National Salvation Front, due to the points mentioned in the declaration. So we welcome everybody to understand why we have taken the decision, and we welcome any question that will be asked from anybody in South Sudan and from the media houses or the media house. We are two, me, General Lokoto Masjada, and Colonel Stephen Lukaja, who are ready to explain to you why we have taken that tough decision to dismiss the chairman of the National Salvation Front. So with this, I welcome everybody, and I give back to you in the studio.
Thank you so much, General Thomas, for your opening remark and for being brief. General, it seems like people are shocked with your statements which you released yesterday, which is titled the Declaration Statement. It was not so long ago, it was last year, when the President of the Republic of South Sudan requested the President of Kenya to move the negotiation from Rome to Kenya. And Kenya happened to be the new venue for the peace talk. And the government of South Sudan is looking forward to meet with the whole out group, which NAS is among the SOMA, and you were negotiating with the government in Rome. And now they are looking forward on how they can also achieve the same negotiation to be completed in Kenya. Kindly, can you tell the citizens and the viewers what triggered the formations of National Salvation Front Revolutionary Command Council, and what triggered the decision that you have taken to dismiss the chairpersons of the National Salvation Front? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Suanan.
Majuk. Unmute yourself.
First of all, I would like to assure and to tell the people of South Sudan, including you, the journalists, that it is very unfortunate that all the process of peace talk, the army in the ground are not being briefed about what is taking place. About what is taking place in the talks and what is the way forward. Like what we have seen by then during the time of Dr. Garang, in case of any talk, the commanders are briefed and ask their decision or ideas of how to proceed ahead with the talks. But with General Cirillo, there is nothing called briefing to the commanders, and people are kept close. The decision came as follows. We have so many reasons. We have 20 points, but all in brief, there is a weakness in the leadership. Cirillo is not serious. He is misleading the commanders in the ground, leading the movement by deception, not sending some other high command to the ground to see the forces. Since the inception of the movement, there was no any high commander going to the ground to fight or to visit the forces in the ground. And those those forces in the ground who are fighting the war in the ground, they are not being respected. We are among the forces in the ground since the inception of the movement. We have been in the ground fighting. But when you are sick, nobody take care of you. When you are wounded, nobody take care of you. You are just abandoned like that. And he said, Cirillo decided to be with commanders who are not being in the ground. Those who just came from Juba. I learned when he was coming out from Juba, he informed people just to come. So those who came with him ended up in the town. They don't go to the ground, and Cirillo wanted to work with them. So this proved us as the commanders who have been in the ground that we cannot be misled like that, and we cannot continue with the leadership of Cirillo, which is not active, which is not helping, which is not working with the forces in the ground, but only working with his friends in towns. So there are so many reasons. When you read in the document, there are 20 points which printed us as commanders who have been in the ground and who are in the ground now, that we cannot continue be under the leadership of Thomas Cirillo. So we must take him away, and we form this National NAS Revolutionary Command Council in order to save our forces in the ground. And it is the matter of peace in order for us to go for peace. So I think let me be brief to this point.
Thank you so much, General. Kindly, can you make it clear to the viewers, General, you said what triggered the decisions that you have made to dismiss your chairman is simple because of lack of good leadership or proper briefing in the case of peace talk. So the peace talk has been ongoing in Rome, and Thomas Cirillo did not even take time to go down and talk to you and brief you what is going on between the Soma which is a all-out group, and the government. Number two, you said you are ready to go to peace talk in Kenya. Are you saying Thomas Cirillo does not want to go for peace in Kenya? Or is it because Thomas Cirillo does not even want peace to negotiate with the government? Make it clear. Thank you.
Yeah, to some extent, we have seen that Thomas is not interested in peace, and even if he is not interested in war, he is not clear completely. You want to fight, then come to the front, then we fight. You don't want peace, tell us that we don't want peace because of this, and we must fight. But it's not clear. It's not clear completely. It doesn't want to fight. It doesn't want peace. Then what is it? What is it? What is the mission? What is his operational mission exactly? So these are some of the reasons which make us to take that decision. It's not clear. It's not clear completely. It doesn't want peace. He wanted to fight or what? It's not clear. It's not clear. If you want to fight, you come to the front and we fight together, or you bring the ammunition. But neither ammunition nor he wanted peace. Then what is it? It's not clear. That's why the leadership is very weak.
Thank you, Gerald, for that clarification. Indeed, now the government of South Sudan, as I said earlier, is looking forward to meet with Soma Group in Kenya. Are you ready to be part and parcel of the group that is going to be invited in Kenya?
Yeah, we have been engaging. Our decision, let me tell you, let me be clear to you. Our decision came out after consultation with the forces in the ground. People are tired. They wanted peace. The forces are not being given ammunition. The forces are not being taken care of. Thomas only is very concerned with the clique, the friends, and some of his relatives, and is not taking care of the forces. So with the consultation with the forces in the ground, and everybody in the movement, some of them that come everywhere, after the consultation with them, we came out with a decision of forming this NAS Revolutionary Command Council, which is ready for peace. And we are ready for peace.
Thank you so much, Gerald Laku Thomas. Gerald, can you tell us how significant the group that came up with that decision and dismissed the chairman is? Or have you divided yourself into two? There are those who are still with Thomas Cirillo, and there are those with you, Revolutionary Command Council, or the people on the ground plus those who are in East Africa came up with the decision unanimously that we should not follow this route. We are tired and we are ready for peace.
Yeah, you know, always to take a decision. There are those who maybe who don't want the same decision, but they will join soon. So we have few of them, and we know them. These are not active commanders who have been in the ground, but we, the active commanders who ate together, who suffer together with the forces in the ground, all of us, we decided that we must form NAS Revolutionary Command Council. Those who are against it, these are only people who have never heard of the gun. They have never shot even one bullet. They have never shot one bullet. And these are the clique of the chairman whom they move together, they plan together, and they don't care about their forces in the ground. But most of the forces who are fighting in the ground, they wanted what we have come up with.
Thank you so much, Gerald, for that. Kindly, can you have a comment in regard to the document issued by the leadership of Thomas Cirillo today, actually, if I'm not wrong? And the letter cited that you people, you have been manipulated by the Juba regime. And that is why you came up with the idea of dismissing him. And in fact, in that letter, they have even mentioned two government officials that these are the two people government is using to persuade and mobilize the NAS members and actually take them back to Juba. What do you say about that?
Yeah, always it is the language. Before I comment about that, let me just inform you. Most of us, like myself, have been advising the chairman how the movement should be run. What are the plans? We should evaluate whether the movement is moving ahead or not moving ahead. We have been giving this idea to chairman, but chairman, it doesn't want to listen. Every year, the army is reducing. People are going to Juba. The more they go to Juba, they will say these people that have been involved in money and government officials that are involved in it. This is only the language they say always. When you take a decision, that is not corresponding with their decision or whatever they think, they will say you have been bought with money in Juba. I think I saw the documents today is about there's a guy called is a general, major general. He left last week and he's announced his declaration in Juba, declaring joining the SSPDF. So I saw that statement, and it is written by just the same group that is focused on. He has never gone to the ground and they never even seen the soldiers one day. Only these are the group. He's somewhere there. It doesn't know, even when you see us disappearing. Yeah. So, to be brief and to the point, it is the language of these people. When the more you are going to Juba, they will say you are bored. Now, let me tell you, I'm not in Juba, but they're saying I'm already in Pyramid Hotel. The commanders are calling me. That how we talk that we are going to move to form a national a NAS operational command council, and you went to Juba. You see, I say no, we are around, and until we were laughing this evening. They say we are in Juba. We have been bought, and already we are in Juba, and it is the governor who sends some people to come and take us, and all those accusations. So it is their accusation always. When they see anybody going to Juba, they will say that it's been bought with money. But logically, they don't ask why people are leaving the movement. You see? You should ask why people are moving the movement. Then you evaluate and come out with a plan. If people are going to Juba, then what is the problem? You ask yourself in leadership. This is how leadership should play a role. But you are going to Juba, you say they have been bought with money. Okay, also you buy them. Buy them, we're taking care of them with the army. So it is there just accusation. And this is just, we call it just false accusation. It is just false accusation. Because they have already failed. They have already failed, then they begin just to turn people being bought with money. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Gerald Lapu Thomas, for responding to that. General, kindly can you let the viewers know, since you have said you have actually decided and you have laid out the reasons in your declaration statement, and you have actually explained more during our first two questions. I said earlier, are you ready for peace to join the Nairobi group, or you'll go to Juba in case if the government of South Sudan call you back home to go to Juba? Will you go to Juba straight, or will you join the SOMA, who is about to begin another peace talk in new venue, which is Nairobi, Kenya?
Yeah, just this question also, let me allow my brother to also say something. Colonel Stephen, you are welcome.
No, Colonel Stephen is having a network issue, so he keep coming up and fall out. So
I think they will use the same. They will use the same phone.
Can you allow him to come to the same place so he can use same
Device?
Yeah. Thank you.
Colonel?
Yes, thank you very much.
Welcome to Lagos State Media. To our viewers, there were two guests. We were having Colonel Ladu Stephen, and he was having issues with the internet or network connectivity. That's why he delayed. But thank God he has managed to join through the same gadget which was used before by General Laku Thomas. Kindly, Colonel, can you tell us, are you ready to join the peace talk in Nairobi, or you are ready to go back to Juba? Thank you.
Thank you. I wish to know you, the host of this program. As I came, I've just entered, I tried through my gadget, but it was all in vain due to poor network. So I beg your indulgence to briefly let me know you, the host, before I go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Colonel Adu. You are currently on Leg State Media, and the people who are hosting you today is Mr. Majok Makur, who is speaking now, and Abraham Adin Majak.
Thank you, Majok Makur and Abraham.
You're welcome, Colonel.
Thank you.
And Colonel, you
Yeah.
can also speak Arabic or English, whatever language you feel like to speak.
No problem, no problem. I'm well versed in both, but not the classical Arabic rather. So concerning the question you raised, you say, are we ready to go to Juba or join the peace talks in Nairobi? I think this is the question you posted.
That's true.
Of course, as my brother General Lolaja have stated, the decision that has prompted the NAS Revolutionary Command Council to come up with to dismiss the SARE was actually in the interest of peace. The action we took was in the interest of peace for the people of South Sudan. Time and again, as you have been following, we, the commanders or the military wing of this National Salvation Front has been following, and we have entrusted the leadership to speak on our behalf on matters of peace, and specifically on the negotiation in Rome. But all in all, we as the ground commanders or the fighters, in most cases, doesn't know exactly what are the leaders, the leadership of the movement, what is the leadership of the movement discussing, because whenever there is a discussion in Rome, the findings ended with them without the ground commanders or the soldiers in general knowing, which is contrary to the realities of a revolution. As you all know, experience have shown that in any revolution, the leadership and to be exact, the commander-in-chief and the last soldier in the ranks and files of the movement has only the difference of the ranks and the leadership role. But all in all, what the leadership does at the top has to be known at the grassroots, which is the opposite all this time. For all the last almost 7 years of the negotiation between the leadership of NAS and the government, little has actually been known by many commanders on the ground. So the decision we took today is actually in the interest of peace. The people of South Sudan want peace, and it is us, the fighters, it is us, the belligerents, who will bring this peace. So that is why we prompted to take this decision. And as you ask, our interest is in the talks, of course. The talks, which used to be hosted in Rome, Italy, is what we look for to restore peace in the country. And as it was transferred to Nairobi. We equally look to join the peace talks in order to secure peace for our people. Why have we done this? Simply because I think you all are witnesses. When the peace was transferred to Nairobi, you had been following the reactions from all these parties. The whole our group, I think you can remember, you hosted Pagan Among some days back in this media, if I'm not mistaken. And as you heard from Pagan Amom, the leader of real SPLM, Pagan was clear and positive towards any peace initiative uh, with the government. The same to General Paul Malong Awan, who have also shown interest in participating in the peace process. Now, on our side, the leadership of NAS unilaterally just choose to respond in the way as you all know, citing so many reservations, including considering Kenya as unsafe ground for negotiation, which begs the question, if Kenya, as we all know in history, can negotiate the other peace in the past and have a fruitful results, why then now? Is it a problem? Secondly, Kenya is doing whatever it is doing in the interest of the people of South Sudan and also in the interest of its sovereignty. Yes, we all know there might have been some errors or like the incidents that occurred in the past leading to the deportation or the kidnap of some of the opposition leaders. But that one could not be a justifiable reasons to put that members of NAS should be afraid to participate in the peace talks, because if they are all opposition groups, including Paul Malong and Pagana Moon, then why should the leadership of NAS be targeted? So, in this respect, we have observed that it is not the case of the insecurity as cited, but actually the reluctance of the leadership. As my brother has stated earlier on, we knew very well, right from the beginning, how the leadership of NAS under General Thomas has been hesitant in most cases. And we, the field commanders, knew this very well. The soldiers are prepared to face the enemy, who is the regime. But there is no clear direction from the leadership. Now, when it comes to peace talk again, the leadership is also showing some intransigencies. Now, the question which back itself is, what do we want exactly? Do we want to fight the government and overthrow it, or do we want to negotiate peace? Now, if we want to negotiate peace, anytime peace initiative is initiated, then our leadership just pull out. What does all this mean? So, in summary, we have taken this bold decision because we have seen that the problem of South Sudan can be settled by us, South Sudanese, through sitting down in the table of brotherhood and discussing the root causes of the problem and agree as to how we can settle them amicably. That is why we would like to say we have interest in the peace process if the government and the other opposition groups are so interested as we are engaging them now.
Oh, thank you so much, Colonel Stephen. Another question: can you respond to the press release by the other NAS member, by Charles? He's saying that in his press release that you guys are bought by the Juba regime. Can you respond to that press release? Thank you.
This issue of considering every member always of a political party once upon taking a decision and you are labeled as someone who is bought is just a deceptive way, and it just is a way of how these leadership use just to silence and blackmail people. I think it is a well-known fact that joining any political organization is an individual decision informed by the principles and the objectives under which that political organization seek to achieve. So
Okay, thank you, Colonel. Colonel, also too, can you tell the South Sudanese that what is your message to the NAS member or NAS supporter in diaspora? Colonel, are you there? Okay, we have network issues, guys. Is pros. Let us see if he can come back. Meanwhile, okay. For now, let's wait a little bit, guys, for before he come back. And for those of you in Clubhouse, this is a interview, like a breaking news interview. So I will open the hand raise for now. And if you want to come up, you can come up, because over there is late hours in Juba. I mean in South Sudan or in Africa. So I will have, okay. So while I'm waiting for them, let me get this chance to Tongjiang. Do you have something to say?
Yeah, I will wait until the interview is finished.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we're having a network challenge. Let me wait for them to come. Okay. While I'm waiting for them, let me see here if I have. And for those of you who just scanning in in YouTube and Facebook and Clubhouse, we are interviewing two, one of general and one colonel. They are member of NAS, which is they form the new movement called NAS Resolution Command Council, NAS RCC. Okay, let me see. Okay, General, can you hear me?
yes, sorry, the data cut off.
Yeah, I know it's very challenging over there for the network and data.
Yes, Mr. Abraham. I would like to be very categorical, very clear on the point of considering every member of a political party always upon making a decision in and ending up being called names like this issue of so and so is being bought, so and so, and in any sensible human being, a decision is a decision. So when we decided to rebel against the government, it was not because somebody bought us to make that decision. Not at all. And if there are people, those who are saying so and so are bought, it is those whom they likewise bought to join him or her or them. But as for me and my colleagues whom I know, the decision we took is a political decision. Having seen that the direction in which we are heading is completely doomed to any success. So, in summary, no one among us is at all bought at any cost, because we are human beings, and all this time for the last 7 years of this struggle against uh, the government in Juba, it has been in good faith. It has been in the interest of seeking reforms and change. Unfortunately, we have fallen victims of poor and failed leadership. That is why today we took upon ourselves uh, to turn tables around and to see the best ways we can do our best to seek ways of restoring peace in the country. South Sudan is for all of us. Yes, it doesn't matter the differences, but where's brothers and sisters, we can still sit down, discuss, and negotiate a peaceful resolution of the conflict. And this is what motivates us to take this decision. Whoever think we are bought, it is up to him, and what history will observe whoever is doing what. This is for the moment a response to the point as to whether we are bought or as for the claims being made.
Thank you so much, General. General, yes, you are right, because peace is the only nothing above the peace, and if you guys choose the peace above from war, South Sudanese people are so happy for the bold decision that you guys take, and this is what people of South Sudan need. Our people need peace, and this is a good step, positive step. You and your team take, and we're happy for the decision that you take. And also, will you oppose this? Before I ask you that question, I will hold that question for another day. I have sometime when we interview, I'm breaking you like this, we have to give a few minutes to some of our viewers to ask a question. I have one of the person here. His name is General Tongjang. He is one of the veteran, SPLA veteran. So he joined SPLA during he was a child, 14, 13 years old, and he's here with me. He wants to ask you a question. I will give him a microphone to ask your question. Tongjang, go ahead and ask your question, please.
Thank you very much. The question I'm going to ask is very simple. I greet the audience there. And those people who are in South Sudan today, government after independence, they will not deny tribalism. Tribalism is something very different. Leadership styles, those who are young, like this guy now is colonel and general. Those the public will be the judge armor of SPLA back in the days. Things change. Their General Cirillo now is been disappointed running rebellion in Europe, which was impossible in the first place. Garang never ran rebellion in exile. Here, you guys are officers there. Juba has signed peace with Riek Machar. Implementation is not going. You guys also in a dangerous situation, like General Cirillo is in outside, he's not in the country. You guys in your own. Now it's revolutionary command councils. Right now they took a decision. Are you guys aware Juba will say any word without any third party can sign agreement with you guys, throw it out? You guys see agreement of Riek Machar, throw out. I suggested, is it not good idea like now in Nairobi for you guys to team up with Paul Malone and Pagan, and then you guys got going? It should be okay. What about you guys? They promise you guys now What you guys need is reform. Reform when you guys going in as officers, you guys going to be put in a bill farm, and there will be no political to follow up. Because when you're wearing a uniform in a bill farm, I don't think would be an opportunity to talk politics. This suggestion I'm doing, I'm just suggesting to you. I'm not friend with our government. I've been outspoken for our government. I strongly suggested for you guys to cease fire, to tell the government we will not attack you, don't attack us. And if government see this, and then you guys are soldiers, keep yourself wherever you are, do not violate anything with them, and they will not attack you. And then you suggest them that you guys to join the biggest group, such a Pagana Mom. When they sign agreement, there will be a Kenya in it to cover you, and they will follow up political, and then you guys will be a part of that peace. Because Pagan needs reform. Paul Malone, I don't know how much reform he won when he was with Salva Kiir never asked reform. You were a soldier, yes. Those things are in your heart. I really think you guys should join those dices. Okay. Because signing peace agreement with Salva Kiir, you guys will end up like what happened to Johnson Wuluing with Riek Machar. Okay. Is it this you think is a good idea or bad? Thank you.
Thank you, Tungyang. Let me take another question from Manon. You guys can make a brief question, and then so because you laid over there is night. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Sasmarit. Also, thanks for the Lake Media, also for your guest, General Lado and General Thomas. First of all, I just want to say congratulations for taking the step towards peace, because South Sudan actually needs peace by all means. We need to bring our house together in South Sudan, because the violence cannot build South Sudan. But through the peace, we can build a country that is belong to all of us. My question is, as both of you mentioned that as the command council of NAS military wing, how many percentage that actually loyalty to the command council in terms of the army? Because I saw the statement itself, and I have 2 zone commands in the side within the command council statement. Because we know from our experience, always when there is the differences within the military wing, it ends up with the violence, people going to fight. You know, if the whole command is not under your groups. So I just want to know how many percentage that is loyalty to the Council of Commands. And second question also, if the group that is still loyal to Thomas Cirillo don't respect your decision, is that going to lead also to violence within the two groups? Or there's other ways you guys can resolve that? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Manon. General, you can go ahead and answer those 2 questions. Thank you.
Yeah, let me start with the last question. With the last question, I can say in percentage, 80% of the commanders that are standing with us. Most of the commanders, we have been together with them in the ground. We have mission with them in the ground. We ate with them in the ground, and we suffer together in the ground. So when they talk to Thomas, they're only talking in the sake of just talking, but otherwise, they're already standing with us. And we will never fight against each other. We will never fight against each other in the ground. We will never fight against each other. Thomas is just with his group, who are maybe, let me say, 20% of the commanders, his colleagues. They call themselves Dupatalata 13, as written in the paper. They call themselves just Sudan. They don't want. And by the way, just let me tell you the fact. These people, they're appearing to shoot gun even to fight in the bush. They're only just talking in the ground, in the town. They couldn't go. 7 years. How can a commander 7 years cannot go to the ground and fight? For you to be proud that I was been fighting in the bush. Like somebody mentioned here, the Geren was not just running a movement in diaspora. You have to feel the fire. Then you decide together. Like now we are deciding because we are deciding with these commanders because we felt the same fire and we are feeling the same suffering. So 80% of the command of the person in the ground die with us. It just Thomas just with these guys who are just here in town, his colleagues, or people who are even already old. I don't know, they respect them because they are old or what is their problem, I don't understand. It's only these people who are with them. But any reasonable person, any reasonable commander who has been fighting down and is still fighting down cannot really agree with Thomas. You don't want peace, you cannot provide a munition. Now, what do you want? Exactly. So most of the commanders that are standing with us and we are communicating, there's nothing. There's nothing. We will never fight against each other. We will never fight against each other. So for the first question, I can say dismissing Thomas, we mean we are part of SOMA and we are engaging any document now we are writing, we are giving copies to those of Agana Mum and General Paul Malong. As we said, we are for peace. We are going to team up together with these two groups, Pagana Mum and General Paul Malong. Then we go for peace. Yeah. Since we have already dismissed Thomas, like you can see from the document there, we just wish him to stay, save his stay in diaspora. Yeah. Those who wanted peace, let them go home. And we see what will happen there. Our people that are suffering, our people that are so scared because of the war. There's no a day people are just dying because of hunger, because they're not allowed to go and cultivate somewhere. So we better go together and put our mind together and work for peace. So we will team up together with those of Paul Malong, with those of Pagana Mum, and then we see what is necessary for the people of South Sudan, and for the stability in the country. So I think I'm clear here. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, General. You well clear. Before I let you go, if there is a message you can tell to the NAS supporters in diaspora.
Yeah, NAS supporters in diaspora. Sorry.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, NAS diaspora and NAS supporters in diaspora. Most of them we have been speaking to them, and especially myself, I was too vocal to advise a chairman of how he should run the leadership, but chairman failed. Since 2017 up to now, there is no any progress in the movement. There is no any single progress. I gave them, as I said before, we said we should evaluate, then come up with a plan. We plan and we see what next, but chairman failed to do that. Even our contribution and support from diaspora, it has stopped. People are no more supporting the movement because of the failed leadership. So we still, we ask them in diaspora to support peace in South Sudan and to support us as a National Bolsonaro Common Council. We came with this decision because there is suffering in our country and there is suffering for our forces. People are really suffering. Our forces really, they are so tired. There is no food to feed them and there is no any ammunition. Only you have been fighting all this time without your leaders coming to see you. Only we who are with them in the ground. So our message to the people of diaspora, most of them, they already knew it. They knew what had happened. And we have been receiving many calls here. There are many that are congratulating us. And we are happy with that because they know what we have been speaking. What we have been speaking. So we need to do things collectively. And we ask you still to support our people in South Sudan and our forces in the ground. So I don't have any message. We are not making this thing against General Thomas, but we are making this thing for the sake of the peace in the country. So if Thomas wanted to stay anywhere in the world until he sees the peace he wanted, as maybe is having his peace in the world of idea. I don't understand that peace in the world of idea. Uh, until that peace come, then it will come. We have no any problem. Yeah, but we ask the people in diaspora and we ask our people in South Sudan to work for peace and, and development in the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, General. That's a wonderful message to the people of in diaspora to join you guys in peace because peace is important. Thank you. Let's say media is so thank you, and we will bring you guys back again for the near future. So while we will, because it's late over there, and I don't want to keep you that long, but the next we will bring you the next time when it is a daytime over there. Maybe tomorrow or on the weekend, we will bring you guys up if there's a new update you want to tell the Junubin back home and diaspora. And before I let you go, General, I will give you this chance and Colonel Stephen, so you guys can put in your last statement before I let you go. You guys go. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Abraham Adit. I think the message is, as we stated, as one of the bishops once said, if we don't end war, war will end us. So, in most cases, our problem in South Sudan is just the continuous protracted conflict that we don't want to bring to an end. That is the very problem. So, having already knew that this war will make this country not exist, it's high time we think twice. Yes, there's no doubt after the independence of this country, we have seen so many things that were not actually pleasing as a result of the leadership, our leaders. But equally, the more we continue burning it, the more the country will burn down completely into ashes. So we have seen this, and I would like to say there's no any other home, no any other country apart from South Sudan. You can be like you guys can be in America there, but you know very well how you are being treated there compared to when you were supposed to be in your motherland. And wherever you are, however comfortable you are in that part of the world, know very well that home is home. And this is the motivation for any nationalist, any son and daughter of South Sudan who love this country, regardless of the biases that occurred, to come to his sense and put in his mind the need to really promote peace. We can make peace even, and always peace is made with the enemies. It is those who are in belligerent, those who are in conflict for one reason or the other, that upon realizing the need for coming together are the very ones who will bring peace upon themselves, whether at the family level or at the community level or at a nation level, like our case for South Sudan. So we have taken this decision in the interest of peace, and we shall remain committed to it whatsoever the blackmailing and other things. I know the way to peace is always turning, but we cannot hesitate because we cannot afford to destroy this country year in, year out without providing concrete and lasting solution. And I would like to be just briefly before I hand over to my colleague, one thing we all South Sudanese has to acknowledge and know is the fact that nobody is a winner when it comes to war. Nobody is a winner because, yes, we may fight hard to overthrow the government by force, but yes, we may win the battle, but the war is not won because it's still the wounds that may be those people, those whom may be hurt, of course, will not take it easily, and that is why, upon realizing this, the better we sit and talk the table of brotherhood, as Dr. Martin Luther once said. The earlier we sit and talk, the better, because there's nothing we can do at the moment other than sitting together in the table of brotherhood and discuss the differences and come to one way or one solution. Thank you very much. We are ready for the talks in Nairobi once we are allowed or consulted, as we said, and we want to bring this war to an end by all means. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Colonel Stephen. We really appreciate you for the bold decision you take. South Sudan, people of South Sudan, that's what we are yearning for. We are yearning for peace to come to our country. Yes, absolutely. I 100% agree with you. We are the only people can devolve our country. We are the only people who will destroy our country. For the last 8-10 years, we've been fighting with each other, but there's no achievement. War cannot devolve or bring back our dead, but peace the only option. And I thank you for the bold decision you guys make. We will see you along the road. This is what even us here, people in diaspora, we are really ready to go back home. But the reason why we keep staying in diaspora is because our country, there's no peace. People are still fighting. So, but if you guys bring peace, lasting peace in our country, our kids, us here, we can go back home and join hand with you guys to develop our country. I really appreciate you, General, and I will be Colonel, and I will bring you guys back again. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful night over there. You're welcome. Yeah. Let General Lado, you can come up, put in your last statement.
Hello?
Yes, hello. Yeah, we can hear you, General.
Okay,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm like, I have nothing to say before. I've already said it before passing to my brother. Yeah. So I just conclude with a statement of Bishop Wells, His Grace Wells. If we don't end war, war will end us. That is enough for the wise. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, General. Have a wonderful night, and we will bring you guys back again. If you, anytime you feel free, you want to have something to say to the people of South Sudan, we are here for you. Legs Media here for you. Yeah, have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. They wanted, as you told us, they wanted to block us. They know. These are some of them. These are people who are misleading the chairman. Yeah, I know them very well. They don't want to hear the truth. This is what we say. What we believe is the freedom of expression. And I wish we come for debate with them because we don't know what is happening there. Even we have pity. We have pity really on our chairman, who is now a former chairman. We have pity on him. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. We believe in the freedom of expression. Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So let them not cut you in connection with that.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, please.
Yeah. wala pibor Pin Ping William Ato in Juba wala Tori Hey Ambio Pin Ping William Ato in Benti wala Kwaju Hey wow Pin Ping William Ato in Malkal wala Pinyaram Pin Ping William